Hello everyone, you're welcome back to this channel. What I have today is how to make or to share with you in this video how to make a detachable cape or collar. And trust you're going to enjoy this tutorial and you'll find this tutorial very helpful. So let's get started. So I'll be using the pen, my pattern paper, as you can see it right here, to draft what I have for you today. So here is it. So the first thing I'm going to do right here, from this edge here, I'm going to measure 4.5 inches upwards. So I measure 4.5. Can you see? So I also go to this end. I'm going to mark likewise 4.5 inches upward. So now I'm going to connect these lines together. Can you see? So from this point here, from this line, I'm going to mark 4 inches upwards. So I mark 4 inches. So I also place it here. I also mark 4 inches upwards. So I will also connect these lines together. Can you see? So right now, the next thing I'm going to do, from this line here, I'm going to mark 3 inches inward from this center point, or from this edge, I'm going to mark 3 inches inward. So these 3 inches which I've just marked is going to serve as the neck width. So now I come down to the base here. So here at the base, I'm going to mark 7 inches from that point. I mark 7 inches. Okay. Sorry, I have my 7 inches right here. Can you see? So right now, I'm going to place my measuring tape on this line. So on this line, I'm going to mark like 10 inches or 9.5. So I'm going to mark 9.5 here. And I will also go to the second line here, this parallel line. I will also mark 9.5 inches on this line as well. 9.5. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to create a curve to meet this one here. Okay. So can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is also to make a curve to meet this point here. Can you see? So right now I'm going to make a curve like this. So don't mind my drawing. I'm not very good at drawing, but just uh take it like that. Sorry. So can you see? So right now I can even make it more curve. Okay, you can make it more curve. Can you see? So here is going to be unfold. So here is going to be unfold. So by the time I'm going to cut this shape out. By the time I cut this shape out, I'm going to place it on my fabric and it's going to be unfold. And that is why I've indicated it here. So unfold. So right now I'm going to cut. Then I will also cut, tracing the line. I cut it off. If you're a beginner, I will advise you not to be not to be in a rush or hurry. Just do it gently like I'm doing right here. So so this is what I have at the end of the day. So right now I'm going to take this off. This is what I need. I'm going to discard this. So like I said, I'm going to place it on another fabric and cut it on fold. So as you can see right here, I've used the pattern to cut out the main fabric. Can you see? And I also went ahead to cut the interface together. So here is it. So it's two pieces I will cut. Two pieces of the main fabric, then one piece of the interface, all unfold. So right now I'm going to place the interface on one of the pieces like this. Then I iron it. Okay. So I'm going to iron it so that it can stick to the fabric. Now as you can see right here, I've went ahead and iron my interface to it. As you can see, just one of the piece, the other one I didn't touch it. Can you see? So the next thing is to when I went and cut the bias, and I cut it in a diagonal form. So I have here like about 1.5 inches for the width. So I have 1 3/4, I mean one 1 1/4. So it's less than 1.5 inch. So that is the width for my bias tape. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to is is to turn it to the right side, because this is the right side. Now I'm going to fold this bias tape into two equal parts like this. Can you see? So right now I'm going to place it on this. So I place it on the edge of this one that has an interface. So I place it like this and I run a stitch across to the other end. After that, Then I place the second fabric on it, or you can do it at the same time. Now you are going to place it like this, right side to right side. Can you see? Right side to right side. So I place it like this. So I can use my pin to hold it. Then I trace it in, fold it into two, using my pin. Then I place the second fabric on it and use the pin to hold it till I get to the other end. So you can do it that way. But whichever way is easy for you, just do it, just to get the main thing. So the next thing, that is what I will be doing right now. So I will now go to the machine and run that stitch, attaching the bias tape. Then I cover it with the fabric like I've just shown you now. Then I can run my, so from the edge, so I run it down to the other side. Now as you can see right here, I've completed stitching the edge here from the one edge to the other. Can you see? Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to take off this excess. Okay, then I'm going to open it. So right now I'm going to turn it inside out. Can you see? So after turning it outside or inside out like this, so I'm going to iron it so that it will look very relaxed and very smooth. So after the ironing, okay, then I'm going to top stitch right here at the edge here. I will top stitch round to the other side. Okay, that's the next thing I'm going to do right now. So now as you can see, I have a top stitch and I've also ironed it. Now if you're a beginner, it may not be easy for you to iron first before top stitching. So I will advise you that you first top stitch first and then you iron. So right now, having completed this, the next thing I'm going to do is to cut my bias, which I'm going to use to, my bias tape, which I'm going to use to tape this edge here, this curve right here. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. And right now, I'm going to keep this aside. Okay. So keeping this aside, I'm going to cut my bias tape like I've just said. So the width shouldn't be more than 1.25, that is 1/4 inches. So I'm going to cut. And in cutting your bias tape, you cut it in a diagonal form. You cut it in a diagonal form. So, and that is what I'm doing right now. Okay. So if you discover that this length is not okay, then you can cut more and join it at the tail end here. So I'm not too sure if this will be enough. So that is the reason why I will cut another one of the same width. Making sure that it's of the same width. Can you see? The width must be equal. Now, the next thing I'm going to do after this is to join it at the tail end. I'm going to place it right side by right side to right side, right side. So I'm going to stitch straight like this, After that, then I open it. Then I attach it to the curve area here. So as you can see, I've joined it and this is how it looks. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do right now, I'm going to fold it like this equally. I fold it like this. Then I attach it to the curve area, like I said earlier on. So, but in doing that, I'm going to leave extra, like 10 inches extra. Okay. So I'll leave 10 inches extra here, 10 inches extra here. And if you don't want to do it like that, once it's excess, that's why I say you cut it in excess in terms of the length. So the center point here, from the center point here, I'm going to fold it like this, okay? Having fold it like this, I'm going to fold this one into two to give me the center point. So I'm going to fold it into two like this. So I'm going to notch it, or you can use anything just to mark it to know this midpoint. So I will just notch, I'll go ahead and notch very little here. Okay, so having notch, so that will give me that, it will give me the center point. So, and this is it. So from this center point, and this one, the center of this, I fold it into two equal parts like this. So I'm going to place it center point to center point. I place it like this. Sorry, I take one first, one edge. I won't fold it into two. So one edge first. I'm going to stitch round to the other end. Then I continue from here again to the other end here. To the other end here. So that is what I'm going to do right now. So you're not folding this. You see, you open it flat and make sure it's center point to center point. So can you see, I've sew it from the center to this edge and from this to this edge. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is the remaining part of this, which is going to be like the rope or the string. So I'm going to fold it like this into two equal parts. Then the next stitch is going to start right from here. So I stitch right to this place, from this place to this point here. And I also go to the other side. I do likewise. After that, then I'm going to turn this one inside out. After turning it inside out, then I can now proceed with this. So in proceeding with this, I'm just fold it like this, bend this excess to the main bias tape. Then I fold it first like this. After folding it like this, I refold it again like this. Okay, I refold it again like this. Then I stitch at the edge. I stitch round. That's the next thing I'm going to do. Okay, so as you can see, I've stitched it. The excess, which is going to serve as my string, I've stitched it. So the next thing is to turn it inside out. So I'm going to turn it inside out. Can you see? So I bring it out like this. I make sure this pointed edge is also brought out. You can use a sharp object like needle to bring it out, just to make this edge to come out. Can you see? So the same thing I will be doing to this second place, or this second one. So as you can see, I've turned the two out. So the next thing right now is to go ahead here. Now I turn it like this, place it like this, then for the second time, so I can now stitch to the other end.